Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier, because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
It's great to be with you. Hope you're having a good start to your day, a good start to your week. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. And we're off and running. Fresh week, fresh stories, always something on the horizon, something we can focus on to do better with our health, wellness and well-being. Easy to talk about, certainly another matter to do, as we all know. We try to help with that. And coming off the weekend, I can tell you that usually on Mondays, when you go to a gym on Monday, whatever gym, where almost any place in the United States, the place is packed. It's this weekend kind of phenomenon, as I call it. Come Monday, I don't know. Everybody, I don't know if it's guilty conscience or what it is, but everybody's in the gym on Monday. By Thursday, not so much. So probably the same kind of thing happens with health talk shows, where you have lots of folks dialing in, and we'll take it on a Monday coming off the weekend. Yeah. Sort of like the nature of human nature, right? And I'll have a couple of guests today, both very good. Tracy Kreider will be up first from Country Life Vitamins. Was able to spend a little bit of time with her at Expo West, at the Natural Products Trade Show that was in Anaheim, not last week, but the week before. And so I'm going to be talking with her. And we'll have Graham from New Chapter should be on in the second portion of the show. So we'll get it. We'll get to it. There was a couple of stories trending this morning, one of which has been in the news. The other one, I think, is a trending story as of today. And it deals with the issue of sleep. Now, if you listen to this show, you know I talk about it quite a bit because I think it's an important lifestyle factor and bears upon our health in a significant way. I mean, thousands of studies clearly show that sleep deficiency, whatever the cause, undermines quality of life, quality of your health, and has all sorts of consequences. Everything from, depression to anxiety to weight gain, you name it. Well, and the CDC, by the way, when you go to their website, they'll say there are about 70 million Americans who suffer from some sort of sleep disorder and have insufficient sleep, which they consider a public health epidemic. Okay, good enough. And then people do what? They try different mattresses, they do medication, whatever. Well, and honestly, this is a the ingenuity and the ambition of people should never be estimated. So when you go to Manhattan now, there's a place called YELO, Yellow Spa. And no, you don't go there for a massage, but you go there and you pay to sleep. A nap costs you $1 a minute for up to 40 minutes in your own private chamber. So you're able to control the light color, the intensity, light color and intensity. And there's even they say an artificial sunrise that wakes you up. And they have this general alarm clock that goes off. Yeah. I don't know, but I thought about this. Wait a second. You got a sleep spa is what you got. And apparently it's a booming industry. They're making a lot of money at this, I guess. They have temperature-controlled pillows, all kinds of gadgets. They say that can track your sleep cycle and whatnot, whatever. In fact, Manhattan's Benjamin Hotel, they said in this report, has dedicated a sleep program complete with a sleep concierge and sleep consultant. Dr. Rebecca Robbins from Cornell said, you'll wake up refreshed simply because the bedrooms are designed with the best science available. 70% of Americans are sleep deprived, she said. And the hotel, this Manhattan's Benjamin Hotel, offers a sleep menu with 10 different kinds of pillows that you can order before you get to the place. From water pillows to what they call lullaby pillows. I'm not making this up. They say you can plug in your iPhone, keeping it on airplane mode, and then play Mozart or Beethoven and sing yourself to sleep. $1 a minute. But you're only up to 40 minutes. I don't know why they put a limit on that. And apparently they have different pillows because everybody's neck is shaped differently. How would you know what pillow you need? How would you know? Other than what do you do? I mean, you know if it's comfortable or not. If you're watching the show at letstalknutrition.com, you'll see the story, the booming business of sleep. Can't make it up. So now you got a sleep spa. I suspect there are many people that have taken naps in their vehicles, parked in the garage someplace. I would be one of them. I would be one of them. I've done that many times. Get a real quick nap, 5-minute nap, 10-minute nap. Recline that. Some of these seats in the vehicles recline back. I mean, it's almost like a lounge chair, right? You can really, it's pretty comfortable. Doesn't cost me $1 a minute. Let's go to St. Petersburg, Florida. Joe, welcome to the show. You had a question about acid reflux.
Yeah, Doc. I started getting this. It comes on and off, but you know what? A lot of times I don't even get the burning sensation. I get the buildup of phlegm, and it's a clear phlegm, and it's very annoying. I went to the doctor, and he wanted to give me some medication. I said, I read the side effects. He says, you know what? I want to go to the health store. I want to get something natural that I can take for when I feel this acid reflux, because I like to drink my Starbucks coffee every morning.
What do you get? Let me ask you, do you get that? Well, with acid reflux, you can get a burning sensation or whatever. Do you get that every time you eat or drink something?
Well, not right away. Like if I have my maybe something spicy like sauce or stuff like that I enjoy,
Right. Okay. So did the doctor tell you have a hiatal hernia?
No, he didn't.
Are you overweight?
I work out pretty much. I'm about 220, 215.
I know, but are you overweight?
6 foot.
Are you overweight?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. Did the doctor suggest to you that carrying a little bit more abdominal fat, having a bigger front porch than you would like, could contribute to that problem?
Well, I don't have a belly.
Okay. So your doctor was not able to identify a cause for the acid reflux.
Well, you know what he found, Doc? I'm glad you mentioned that. He found that my lip notes, whatever you call it, on both sides of your throat,
Yeah?
He said he felt them a little bit swollen, and he's thinking that's probably cause of acid reflux.
Your lymph nodes.
Yeah, does that sound... I mean, they don't bother me. They don't hurt me or anything.
I'll have to check that. Hang on. We'll get back because we're headed into some messages. I wanted to get you on because I know you were hanging there. We'll come back. We'll have Tracy Kreider from Country Life Vitamins. She's an educator for Country Life. Maybe she has some ideas about this. Don't hang up, Joe. This business of acid reflux is a very common problem, and it can really disrupt quality of life, and it has some severe consequences if not treated. I'll explain when we come back.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Xenia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Xenia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Xenia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Xenia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Xenia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, collagen, and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you are strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Xenia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Xenia by name. Start taking Xenia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Hi, I'm Jordan Rubin, founder and CEO of Garden of Life. Oceans 3 was created with a simple premise in mind. Develop a line of premium omega-3 fish oil formulations that met or exceeded the market leader in quality, and then go beyond omega-3 by providing amplified benefits and value to the consumer. Oceans 3 contains ultra-pure, high-potency fish oil, along with astaxanthin and fucoxanthin. Each of these ingredients, when taken individually, have superb benefits. When they are combined into the exciting compound omega-xanthin, they work synergistically to amplify their already amazing benefits. In addition to the synergy of omega-xanthin, Oceans 3 offers unrivaled purity and greater value than the leading omega-3 fish oils available today, making the Oceans 3 family of products the best choice for anyone looking to add a healthy dose of omega-3 fats and a giant dose of extraordinary health to their lives.
Medi-C Plus. The C in Medi-C Plus stands for vitamin C, and the plus stands for lysine. Did you know vitamin C is arguably the most important water-soluble antioxidant in the human body? Or that we cannot produce vitamin C on our own like animals do? We need Medi-C Plus to meet our daily needs. Medi-C Plus provides the body with a high concentration of vitamin C and lysine, which work together to build collagen for optimal heart health. Dr. Gifford Jones, graduate of the Harvard Medical School, developed Medi-C Plus after his own heart attack 16 years ago. With the help of Medi-C Plus, Dr. Gifford Jones is now a healthy 91 years old. But Medi-C Plus is not just for heart health. Medi-C Plus also benefits your immune system, vision, promotes healthy skin, provides support for healthy teeth and gums, healthy joints, and much more. So make Medi-C Plus part of your daily routine and enjoy healthy living. Medi-C Plus at your local vitamin discount center and all fine health food stores. You can also order online at mymedi-c.com or call toll-free at 1-844-871-0069. Are you looking for a product that will aid weight loss both safely and naturally? That will stimulate your metabolism and reduce the absorption of fat from food? Then look no further than Right Way Nutrition. As featured on national daytime health shows, Right Way Nutrition is a premium dietary and nutritional supplement provider who believes the best form of encouragement is results. Right Way Nutrition aims to provide customers with the most superior and effective products available. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol does just that. While green coffee bean extract may not be new to the scene, Right Way Nutrition offers a new and improved formula of green coffee bean extract infused with their trademark ingredient Svetol, which is proven to be a vital ingredient for successful weight loss results. Right Way Nutrition provides you with a fast-acting, healthy, effective green coffee bean extract proven to naturally and safely aid weight loss. Your search for the perfect natural weight loss supplement is over. Right Way Nutrition's 100% pure green coffee bean extract with Svetol will help you reach all your weight loss goals.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. We've got Joe in St. Petersburg, Florida on the line. We'll keep him right off to the side for just a second so I can bring on Tracy Kreider. I'll include her in the conversation. Tracy's an educator for Country Life Vitamins, has been for a long time, travels around the country all the time, all over hither and yon, giving talks, lectures, answering questions, and trying to stay healthy on airplanes. Tracy, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Thank you.
So I know that you were listening to my conversation with Joe. I want to get back to him, and then I'm going to ask you to chime in if you could, okay?
Sure.
Okay, Joe, welcome back. So a couple of things.
Yeah, Doc.
GERD, technically, that gastroesophageal reflux disease is the issue here. Now, as it turns out, what happens is that you have this, how can I put this? You have a valve. It's called the lower esophageal sphincter, LES. It's a ring. It's a ring of muscle. And that LES closes. It's right at the bottom of your esophagus. And when you eat, it opens up, food passes through, and then it closes. If that lower esophageal sphincter doesn't close all the way, then what happens is that the acid in your stomach, hydrochloric acid in your stomach, will move up into the esophagus. Okay?
Right.
Now, if you have a hiatal hernia, that keeps the valve open. Or if you're overweight, that can keep the valve open and cause it to malfunction. And there may be other reasons why that valve stays open, but those are two primary reasons. The hiatal hernia is often cited as a cause, and they can determine whether or not you have that. Your doctor claims you don't have that, and you said you're not excessively overweight in the abdominal area. That's not an issue. So I don't know why that valve is not closing. That's something he has to look at. I don't know what your thyroid, not your thyroid, but your, what did you say? Your lymph nodes. I don't know what that connection is. I'm not sure. Nevertheless, in terms of trying to address it, I can't prescribe or treat, but what I can tell you is that when there are certain dietary factors to consider, to take and keep in mind when you have this kind of issue. From a supplement perspective, there's some research to suggest that betaine, HCl, can help with chronic heartburn or indigestion, rather than focusing on blocking digestive process with antacids or the little blue pill or whatever. Some in the literature have suggested that is an alternative. There's also enteric-coated peppermint oil capsules that are out there that sometimes helps with acid reflux. And then there is DGL, which is a licorice that's been treated or processed in such a way that it can help with the esophagus.
That's called GDL?
DGL.
Okay.
Which is
and you got peppermint.
Yeah.
What was the first one that you mentioned, Doc?
Betaine HCl. Betaine HCl.
Okay.
So, but let me bring Tracy on. Tracy, you hear my conversation with Joe, and I would still try to find out why that valve isn't closing.
Okay.
Rather than treating the symptom, maybe you should, that's the problem. I mean, if you're getting acid into your esophagus, it's not. The reason is that valve isn't closing. Period. I mean, I don't know however else that stomach acid gets into the esophagus. I know of no other way other than that way. So there's something wrong with the valve.
Okay.
All right, Tracy, welcome back or welcome to the show. You have any comment or observation about Joe?
I think everything that you've suggested and stated is really spot on. And obviously, there are many things that people will turn to, such as prescription drugs or antacids to kind of, calm and quelch the actual issue. The problem is we need to take a step further back and say, why is this happening? And many times those swollen lymph nodes are because of, this issue, actually causing that kind of as a secondary problem. But there are many things that could be underlying problems, let's say, that you definitely want to have checked out. And in the meantime, there are some things like citrus foods and caffeine and chocolate sometimes. Obviously alcohol is a major player. You said you work out, so I doubt that you smoke, but smoking, all of these different things can cause issues with people who do have GERD and other similar complications.
Sure.
So, taking a no for an answer to the drugs. Many times that's their answer is, hey, just take this and you'll be quote unquote better. But that's not necessarily true. So
yeah,
well, you know what, hey Doc?
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do is first of all, I'm going to do is knock off all my spicy foods for a while. Coffee, I don't have to have it. It's not necessary.
All right, you can do that, and that'll help.
Knock off all my spice. And I think I'm going to go to a nose, throat, and ear specialist.
Right.
And have them checked out. They put that tube down through your nose, down to your throat.
Yeah.
And check out whatever he has to check out and see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm telling you that LES, that lower esophageal sphincter, that valve is not operating properly for some reason.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to figure out why. You always want to try to address the cause, not just the symptoms. I hope this is...
Otherwise, I'm pretty healthy. I have no
Okay,
other
well,
issues.
get this one... A lot of people could reduce it just to one issue. Meantime, let us know. Keep us updated. We'll come back with Tracy Kreider. She has a few things on her mind that she'd like to share with you that could be very helpful. You'll see.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement, or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no farther than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation so you can get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medi-C Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine, for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medi-C Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medi-C Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to improve even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good look. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the result. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natural Factors, where great health begins. Right Way Nutrition. Nutrition the right way. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Jarro Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching, and whatever you may be doing. Yes, you can watch the show at letstalknutrition.com. My guest is Tracy Kreider, Country Life Vitamins. I had a chance to spend some time with, and video Tracy while I was at Expo West a couple weeks. One was not last week, the week before. And that little video vignette will sooner or later be posted up on my website. You'll get to see her in action. It's not very long, but nevertheless, you'll get to see it. And Tracy, when you were at the show, I'm sure that your colleagues and within Country Life were talking about, trends trends at the Expo West trade show, which is the largest international trade show in the world. You have different trends that occur. You can see that reflected in the kinds of companies that show up there, which are literally thousands. Do you have any observations about what kind of industry trends may be out there right now in the ether that have some effect on the consumer, like people listening to this show? Tracy. Okay. I lost her. Live radio. So what I do know is that some of you listening are already setting some of these trends or creating the trend or participating in the trend. For example, gluten-free foods. That has become very popular and a very popular and dominant trend and theme in not only the natural products world, but just generally. You're now seeing it foods and traditional grocery stores that are gluten-free. So that is a trend that really is existing. It's not just faddish. For some people, it's now essential. Tracy, I think we got you back, right?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, so is that one of the trends that seems to be dominating the natural products industry as well as perhaps the traditional food industry?
When we were checking the sound, I did not have the opportunity to hear you at the same time. Mm-hmm. So I'm not quite sure actually.
What I'm talking about is gluten-free. Is that a trend? Is that a real trend in the natural products industry, or is it cutting across into the traditional food industry as well?
It is definitely a trend in the natural products industry, and as you see, most definitely crossing over into mainstream progressive grocers, people who have both a natural section and as well, your traditional grocery store, but now even integrated into, let's say, the bread section and I even see it at one of the major stores here in Tampa, Florida, Publix, in the cake section. There's now gluten-free cakes made by, Betty Crocker. So, it's even going into the manufacturers of your traditional foods where they now are as well creating a type of product that would cross over into, what typically you would find only in the natural channel.
Mm-hmm. So what do you make of this business of gluten-free? What do you make of it? I know it's a trend, but they used to throw people off of mountains and burn them at the stake. That was a trend too. It didn't make it right. You get my point. Just because it's a trend doesn't mean it's necessarily a sensible one. What do you make of it?
And that's the thing is, much like vegan and vegetarian, is that trendy? Certainly. Is there more of a trend now? Yes, but is it as much as we're seeing the data show with the increase of a vegetarian or vegan product? Same thing with gluten-free. There's a thought process and a belief that this is the end-all, be-all of I'm going to lose weight if I go on a gluten-free diet. I'm going to lose weight and it's healthier if I go vegetarian or vegan. And, there's a problem anytime we start shifting our diet to be focused on a particular set or subset of foods that would eliminate others. Because obviously with the elimination of certain types of foods, you are as well going to eliminate certain vitamins and minerals and amino acids, fats, carbs, proteins, whatever it is. It's,
do you
the general
think,
makeup of food.
Do you think that there are people that are on a quote-unquote gluten-free diet that don't need to be?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is interesting. And it's really the rage right now. Everybody wants to be on, I say, I want to be on a gluten-free diet. Why? And then when I ask them that, they can't give me a good reason. I say, well, do you have some sort of reaction to gluten, which is a protein? Does that cause you a problem? I don't know. Well, why are you on a gluten-free diet? Well, it's supposed to be healthier. So, I just don't know. I always get suspicious of these trends. I don't know. Is a gluten-free diet really a healthy choice for all people? Is my question. I don't know. I don't mean to put you on the spot. I don't know if I have the answer to that myself. But if you have celiac disease, you certainly might want to consider a gluten-free diet, right?
Absolutely. I mean, out of necessity, they have to. So, when we have celiac disease, this is a very serious disease where we need to exclude gluten. There's a high gluten sensitivity. Obviously, the gluten is what I consider to be the glue or the proteins that are holding that particular grain intact.
Which could be wheat, rye, or barley. Go ahead.
Right. And this is actually an autoimmune disease that, physically has an attack on the intestine, and they could have a wide range of different effects happening. But what we're seeing is people who are non-celiac, who have a gluten sensitivity, and then, of course, possibly a wheat allergy. That would be a valid, medical reason, let's say, of why you would want to go on a gluten-free diet. Mm-hmm. But for most, there is also a new emergence of information about wheat. I read a book called Wheat Belly, and there are other books like it, the Grain Brain, and
Grain
others
Brain, yep,
that promote and have exposed how wheat has basically changed its structure over, the last thousands of years by man. So, back in the day, we could grow not on its own, and needed, a farmer to actually, nowadays we need a farmer to actually cultivate and grow wheat from the ground up, and that's a whole other show. I mean, that could
the issue
scare people.
Yeah, the issue with these with folks that, like for example, Dr. Perlmutter, who wrote The Grain Brain and the author of Wheat Belly. Their argument is that the wheat crop that's grown today is genetically and significantly different from the wheat crop that was grown 1,000 years ago that existed or whatever. And that because it has been modified, it has now created a problem. Okay, I get that. We come back and want to talk more about this trend and some other trends and whether or not you may even be practicing one of them. And if you have, what kind of results have you had?
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Did you know your digestive tract is home to millions of bacteria? Some good, some not so good. And if you want to stay healthy, it's important to make sure that your body is populated with the good bacteria it needs. Probiotic Defense contains 13 of today's most effective friendly bacteria strains, along with other compounds shown in studies to support healthy digestion and immune system function. Don't settle for low-potency, overpriced formulas. Ask for Now Foods Probiotic Defense with the bright orange label. To find a retailer near you, go to nowfoods.com.
What are you doing this month? If you suffer from stiff joints, you can do something special. You could try new Flex Now joint formula. Flex Now offers you complete relief in just 1 month or a complete refund. Flex Now is a unique concentration of shea nut triterpenes, the most potent inflammation fighter of any botanical, and it's only when inflammation is reduced that your body begins to heal. Try new Flex Now joint formula and make this the month you get rid of stiff joints. Ask for Flex Now at Vitamin Discount Center and other leading natural product stores.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Hi, I'm Kate. I try to eat a healthy diet, but the irony of eating healthy foods, like broccoli or beans, is that even though they're healthy for us, they can still cause occasional digestive upsets. That's why I take a Digest Smart high-potency enzyme with every meal. Digest Smart is from Renew Life, the digestive care experts. It's the first digestive enzyme certified by Izyme, the International Enzyme Testing Program. Each capsule provides a full spectrum of 25 powerful plant-based raw enzymes to break down each major food group, including carbs, fats, proteins, and fiber. Digest Smart enzymes also feature targeted delivery capsules to reach your intestines, where 90% of digestion occurs. Digest Smart promotes more complete breakdown of the foods you eat and optimizes nutrient availability. Plus, it helps ease digestive upsets and supports your overall digestive health. Now that's really smart. Digest Smart is from the makers of Ultimate Flora Probiotics, and both are available in health food stores everywhere.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
There was an article that recently appeared, not too long ago. It was in U.S. News and World Report. It's interesting how they sometimes, they really do come up from time to time with some good health stories. And they were talking, giving them attribution, they were talking about a gluten-free diet and in this particular trend. And Country Life Vitamins, for example, has gone out of its way to make sure that many of your products are gluten-free, right? Tracy?
Free manufacturer, which means 100% of all of our products are not just gluten-free, they're certified gluten-free.
Okay.
The difference being gluten-free, according to the FDA, can be made in any type of facility and can have up to 20 parts per million within the product.
Mm-hmm.
Certified gluten-free means that our manufacturing facility is certified every year and has a dedicated gluten-free facility for over 250 products that we make. And it's less than half of what the FDA requires at 10 parts per million or less.
I see. So Country Life has gone out of its way to make sure that they offer that kind of characteristic or feature to their supplements. Now, to explain to the listener, a gluten-free diet is very important for people who have celiac disease, where the ingestion or the consumption of gluten triggers an autoimmune attack. And believe you me, for people who have celiac disease and eat gluten, they can tell you that it's the gastrointestinal distress that follows is pretty upsetting, to say the least. And gluten is a protein. It's found in wheat, grain, and barley and derivatives. And as Tracy, you pointed out, it's a relative nutritional newcomer to the human diet because of the genetic modification of wheat, the crop. This crop that grows today and that which we eat is different from many hundreds, if not 1,000 years ago, whatever. So I don't dispute the importance of this particular trend. I just wonder sometimes if people understand that. And people will say, even though they don't have celiac disease, that they feel better. They don't have a brain fog. They'll tell you all kinds of positive outcomes from a gluten-free diet, or at least the reduction of gluten. They'll tell you that, and if that's the case, then I'd say have at it then, right?
True, yeah. But obviously, as with any dietary restriction, you could be missing out, on any number of nutrients. So we have to be careful. One, about that component, but number two would be when you move to this type of diet, it tends to be much more processed in nature.
Really?
So many of the foods that are, let's say, alternatives, if we want to use that term, that people may be substituting, whether that's the bread, the buns, the snacks, etc., they tend to be less fiber, less in certain nutrients, and definitely much more processed.
Okay. So in terms of digestive health, you mentioned the F word, fiber. Country Life Vitamins certainly makes fiber products, yes?
We do have a few fiber products, yes.
And their names are?
Well, we have a liquid fiber, and we also have Country Life Super Fiber. Our Super Fiber is a unique psyllium blend, and so there's some interesting ingredients in that on top of just fiber, but some apple pectin and dried prune powder and dried fig powder. So a nice, well-rounded type of both soluble and insoluble fiber.
And your point's well taken. Let me ask you this: what if, Dr. Perlmutter and the author of the book that you read, the Wheat Belly, I forget that doctor's name at the moment. If we took them at their word and literally did what they recommended, essentially these grain products would be eliminated from the marketplace, wouldn't they?
They would be, yes. If it caught on to the point of where people had decided, let's go completely gluten-free and exclude, all grains related, we definitely would have a much different look in our grocery store, that's for sure. But I also think in some cases, because people, for most of us, I would say carbohydrates it's the one thing that we overconsume. So you have to be very careful. If we're going to exclude this, let's exclude kind of the category as a whole, but very mindfully. Again, there's wonderful replacements, quinoa being one of them, that could be a possibility as a replacement for gluten. Chia seeds, I use chia flour and almond flour. There's a lot of nice alternatives, but corn and potato tend to be corn, potato, and rice tend to be the main replacers for gluten in many of the products that.
Yeah, corn. But corn, for those who are interested in losing weight, that's like showing a crucifix to Dracula when you say corn, potato, and rice. They're saying, "I'm on a diet. I can't eat that." Those are too carbohydrate in nature.
Correct.
Right.
And high insulin. So a high insulin response. So that these are definitely things that are not necessarily healthy. Again, very processed.
So you see, it gets very confusing for the consumer. Well, at least one thing. We know that the supplements from Country Life Vitamins are certified, no less, certified gluten-free. So there's at least, you have that, so that's good. Now all you have to worry about is trying to eat a diet, find the food that may be gluten-free without losing your fiber content, without losing certain nutrients that would be contained in the foods that would have gluten. And that's where it becomes tricky. I know, and I think the arguments are valid. I don't question the arguments necessarily. An argument is an argument, pros and cons. You go back and forth and you try to sort it out. But in the meanwhile, the consumer sits there and tries to make sense of it all. And I guess in our, the paradox is in our effort, Tracy, to try to learn more, we end up getting more confused.
I absolutely agree. It is mass confusion nowadays. Are you supposed to eat meat? Are you not? Are you supposed to have, now I think we all know we're supposed to have butter and not margarine. Is it supposed to be fat-free or is it supposed to have fat in it? I mean, there's all this, I talk to people, I'm like, there are fats that are good, trust me. But the thought process is fat will make you fat. And, cholesterol, eggs are bad, eggs are good. So across the board, we continually have these things that, for a while seem to be stay away from this. And then we find out years later it's okay.
Yeah, so
I don't think we're ever going to hear that, artificial sweeteners are good for you.
No,
those
no,
are given.
no.
Those are bad.
I agree. And I think the concept or the principle to keep in mind in all of this is the M word, moderation. And so in the meanwhile, instead of, Goldilocks, not too much, not too little, just enough, just right. Practice moderation. That'll keep you safe. And visit CountryLifeVitamins.com and take Country Life Vitamins. Why? Because your health is your wealth. We'll be back.
made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom.
Get ready to get healthy. Get ready to get fit. Get ready to take charge of your health. Get ready to listen, learn, and live healthier because your health is your wealth. It's time for some information and inspiration. It's time to talk about health and nutrition. Nutrition for your body, for your mind, for your spirit. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, supplementation for when you don't. Let's Talk Nutrition. Scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Daily prizes and giveaways. Follow Dr. Garko on Twitter at Dr. Garko and on Facebook at facebook.com/Dr. Michael Garko. Now, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Great to be with you. If you just dialed in, thanks for tuning in. If you carried over from the first part of the show, thanks for sticking with us. And we'll be here for another hour. And Graham Rigby is my guest from New Chapter. Going to talk with him. And this business of mushrooms. Yeah, I know. Some of you from the 60s are thinking, oh, okay. This is a little bit of a different twist on the show. No, not those kind of mushrooms. 877-897-8255 for the younger members of the audience that, in their 20s and that you're thinking, what's he talking about? Go to your search engine, type in 60s and then mushrooms, and then you'll find out. 877-897-8255. We're not going to be talking about those kinds of mushrooms. That's a toll-free number wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. I know you're watching it one way for sure is on your, three ways. Your iPhone, your smartphone, your tablet, or your computer. That's the way to watch it at letstalknutrition.com. Before I bring Graham on, I wanted this story was trending in the news. I wanted to bring it up. Deals with ice cream. Maybe you heard the story, maybe you didn't. And you're wondering what could be wrong with ice cream. Well, apparently there were 3 people in Kansas who ate Bluebell Creamery's brand ice cream. Well, those 3 people are deceased. A total of 5 people were contaminated or otherwise infected, and of course the ice cream has been recalled. Now you may be wondering, how in the first place does ice cream get contaminated like that? Well, there's bacteria. It's bacteria contaminated the ice cream. Listeria monocytogenes. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 1,600 Americans every year get sick from listeria. By the way, it's the 3rd leading cause of death from food poisoning. It's that same bacteria that contaminated caramel apples. You remember that story in California back in January where 35 people in 12 states got sick and killed 7 of them? Most of us walk around, you don't hear those stories. Bacteria are bad news, right? For the pathogenic ones, anyway. And there's some people, this myth, if bacteria exposed to cold weather, that'll kill them. No, not necessarily. Bacteria grows very well at refrigerated temperatures as low as 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And the FDA says the longer ready-to-eat refrigerated foods are stored in a fridge, the more the opportunity the bacteria has to grow. Be mindful. Viruses and bacteria have been around since the beginning of the planet. They've had a long time to figure stuff out, how to survive. And they may be microscopic, but they certainly can have a macroscopic effect. These critters are well adapted. And it's just amazing. I mean, you sit down and have a bowl of ice cream, or for some of us, maybe a pint. Shouldn't do that. And you end up dead, for heaven's sake. My goodness. My guest wants to talk about ID testing for mushrooms. Graham, maybe we need to do ID testing for ice cream. Graham.
Yeah, well, it sounds like definitely microbiological controls, which are a requirement of the good manufacturing practices of FDA's oversight of dietary supplements are certainly in order there. That is scary stuff, but like you said, bacteria is everywhere, and we are essentially bacteria, so
I know.
We want to make sure we foster the good bacteria and starve out the bad ones.
I know. So Graham has been on my show before. If you're new to Let's Talk Nutrition, you're not going to tell me your mom's first name was Eleanor.
No, her name's Josephine, but maybe a distant cousin.
Eleanor Rigby. Again, for those back from the 60s, the Beatles, Eleanor Rigby, you know who I'm talking about. If she would have been named Eleanor, we could have stopped the interview and worked just on that for the rest of the show. How have you been since the last time you were on?
Doing well. We've got a little bit of snow this winter up in Vermont.
Yeah, you think?
May have heard, but yeah, so we still got plenty, even though the sun is shining here, and this is classic what they call sugaring weather.
What does that mean?
40s. So the maple sap, it typically runs when the earth is signaling that spring is coming, right? And the best way the maple trees get that signal is if it's above freezing during the day, and today is a sunny day, it'll be in the 40s, and then at night it goes below freezing. And this is when, the sap is getting nutrients. It essentially is kind of rebooting the tree into its spring life cycle, and the sap is carrying all sorts of incredible nutrients for the tree. And this sort of freeze-thaw pattern is the most sort of stimulating, if you will. And so this is the time in New England and in Vermont especially, the sap is running and people are collecting it and boiling it off into one of our other famous exports, maple syrup. So,
As a matter of fact, spring begins on Friday of this week, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So were you born and raised in Vermont?
I'm a native of New England, yeah. My parents live in Western Mass now, just south of the Vermont border. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to have multiple seasons. We have 4 seasons and then some. Pretty soon we'll have a famous season here called mud season.
What's that now?
Mud season, there's a lot of roads that are unpaved in Vermont, New Hampshire, and New England in general. And when you get, 3-4 feet of snow on it and then it melts, you can imagine what the dirt underneath looks like. So usually it's April, May, and then towards the end of May and June they go back to their normal dirt roads. But that's if you ever hear mud season, that's why we have a unique season here.
Well, given what you just said about the weather up there, I don't know what's going on in Vermont, but I've reported on this several times about Vermont, and it's good news for people who live in Vermont. A Gallup poll has revealed that Vermont ranked as the top state for, can you guess what it was? Can you guess, Graham?
Health and wellness or longevity?
Frequent exercise.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Vermont, Hawaii, Montana, Alaska, Colorado, and New Mexico ranked in the top 10 states every year since 2008. Vermont has taken the top spot 3 times before, 2008, 2009, and 2013. I mean, it's cold up there, and people they don't take cold weather as an excuse not to exercise, apparently, in Vermont.
Oh, definitely not. No, that's how you go stir crazy. That's cabin fever if you stay inside out of the cold. So there's all sorts of sports. We've got lots of mountain ski resorts that are going to go through April 12th this year. There's cross-country skiing. There's snowshoeing, ice skating. There's even bikes you can ride on snow now called fat bikes, which is sort of a craze that's taken over.
What are they called?
So,
what are they called?
Fat bikes, big 4-inch wide tires that you put very little air pressure and it actually floats over the snow or sand. In Florida, you could ride them on the beach.
Wow, maybe my technical producer for the streaming can find a flat bike See the things we learn.
Yeah, like an obese bike, like FAT, fat bike.
I know.
So, yeah, the tires are, yeah.
We'll see if we can find one.
They're really fun.
Yeah, see the things that we learn. So you wanted to talk about mushrooms.
Yeah.
And you also wanted to mention ID testing for mushrooms. This is interesting, why putting those two concepts in the same sentence. We'll find out why. 877-897-8255. Obviously, in some cultures, for thousands of years, Chinese culture in particular, I would assume, mushrooms have been known to have pretty remarkable medicinal properties. And we want to take advantage of that. Now, you just can't pick up any old mushroom and eat them. You got to be careful about that, too, because some of them are poisonous. You don't want to die trying to do a good thing.
Exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace for a good night's rest naturally.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Renew Life, the Digestive Care Company, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Greens Plus, superfood for super health, Medi-C Plus, for heart health and more. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And we're back. Graham Rigby is my guest, and Graham is with New Chapter. Graham has been on my show a couple of times before and always has something interesting to talk about. By the way, he's Senior Vice President in Innovation Research and Development for New Chapter. Graham, welcome back. You wanted to talk about mushrooms. Then in my notes, they said ID testing. And there was a particular mushroom you wanted to focus on, reishi mushroom and ID testing. Explain what's on your mind about this.
Yeah, and you started to get into it with your listeners before. Obviously, mushrooms in North America have more of a culinary feel. There's some extracurricular mushrooms that maybe were had more of in the 60s, as you mentioned before. But in traditional healing cultures like China and in traditional Chinese medicine, they've played a staple role and a critical role. And actually, in fact, when you look at the traditional Chinese medicine pharmacopoeia, the number one rated botanical or sort of supplement, if you will, in their modality is a mushroom called lingzhi, or in Japan called reishi. And in North America, we've sort of taken that Japanese nomenclature of reishi. And today, consumers can go to their health food stores and, find bottles of reishi. And unlike traditional Chinese, thousands of years ago, reishi was so prized that it was really restricted and held for royalty and high-ranking members of society. It was that powerful. And today, there are modern cell culturing techniques where you're able to grow reishi in, or what we call organic farms, but in controlled conditions where a mushroom is converting a bag of organic rice and turning that rice into a mushroom, so you don't have to go out and be an expert on identity and making sure you pick the right mushroom from the forest. But where you do need to be an expert on identity is making sure you have the right species and strain of reishi in which you're growing from, because the longevity, the detoxification, the sort of, healthy aging properties and benefits and that make reishi one of the most revered botanicals or herbs within traditional Chinese medicine, that's the Chinese variety. But reishi, or a mushroom that looks like reishi, a guild fungus, grows in Vermont. Actually, the first reishi mushroom, Ganoderma lucidum, Latin binomial, was found in England in the United Kingdom, which is a pretty far throw from China, where medicinally this ingredient got its roots. And so the critical piece, we talked about purity before and microbiological testing with the ice cream example you opened the segment with. One of the other critical aspects of a quality program is identity, and making sure that what you have in your dietary supplement is what you say it is. And in the case of mushrooms, it's fairly difficult because you're not going out and picking these mushrooms. You're growing them in controlled conditions, much like you would grow a probiotic or a good bacteria. And, making sure that you have the mushroom and you don't have taste and you don't have sort of the field where you can look at the appearance of this mushroom. It essentially, is converting a bag of rice and ultimately comes to us as a brown powder. And so you need to use other analytical laboratory techniques to, again, make sure that what you have is what you're purporting and what consumers are looking for, and not something different. And we were able to take a look at the industry. We sampled several different manufacturers, and we certainly were able to confirm all the mushrooms in our products, and we had some question marks about, some of the other products on the marketplace. And so we encourage consumers and retailers to ask their mushroom suppliers, and we went to the lengths of actually using cutting-edge DNA testing to ensure that we had the Chinese variety of reishi and not just, the reishi that grows in New England or the United Kingdom.
Now, isn't it true? You have to help me out here because you probably forgot more about this topic than I'll ever want to know. Reishi mushroom, first of all, is a fungus, yes?
Correct.
Okay. And it also you'll find it in China. You alluded to Japan. You find it in Korea, but you also find it in other Asian countries as well as New England, for that matter.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So now, the products, the plants that grow, these mushrooms that grow in Japan, Korea, Asia, other Asian countries, they're different from the ones in China?
It depends. In some cases, they may have the same strain. And again, it's much like probiotics, where there may be a particular strain of lactic acid, acidophilus, that you want and that has clinical data on it, and therefore, but there's other strains of L. acidophilus that aren't the clinically studied ones that may not have the same effect. And so getting down to that level, you want to make sure that you've got the genus and species, but also, the variety that is what has been, studied in the literature and certainly revered by the ancients in the traditional healing system.
Sure. And just in terms of the benefits side, extracts of reishi mushroom, there are studies to show that it has immunomodulatory properties. It's anti-inflammatory. There is research to suggest that in vitro and animal studies that it has anti-cancer potential. And I always very careful when I talk about those kinds of things. My point is that it has a lot of medicinal benefit and properties. So beyond the technical point of do you have the right one, assuming that you do, I mean, there's a lot to be gleaned from this particular extract. So when we come back, we'll learn more about that. We'll get Graham to talk about that as well. You may have a question or two or comment. Maybe you have taken them. Maybe you've taken reishi extract, and I'd like to hear your experience if you'd like to share it. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essential Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to improve even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good look. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Over the past 60 years, I have prescribed and been introduced to countless health therapies from around the world. I formulated Medici Plus, a natural remedy with high amounts of vitamin C and lysine for maintaining strong bones, cartilage, teeth, and gums, and aiding in collagen formation. Now in my 90s, Medici Plus is my insurance for the maintenance of good health. Make Medici Plus a part of your daily health routine too.
Available at health food stores and specialty pharmacies.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no farther than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation so you can get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
mushrooms generally, the medicinal properties of mushrooms, you're going to find hundreds, if not thousands, of studies. And then this particular species of mushroom, I ran across articles where they even talk about the anti-aging properties of reishi mushroom because of their powerful antioxidant properties, polysaccharides, triterpenes, and so on, right?
The mushroom of longevity.
It's the mushroom of longevity. This is it. My technical producer put up a nice image of it, and that's what it looks like. It's a beautiful-looking mushroom. Have you ever seen them grown? Have you seen crop, in real life or no? Graham?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've seen reishi grow in the wild, and I've also seen it grow, in controlled conditions, which is the best way to grow reishi, so that not only do you get what you typically see when you walk through the forest, which is the fruiting body, which is sort of the end of the life cycle of a mushroom, but a lot of the magic of a mushroom, maybe I should pick a different term, a lot of the longevity of the colony of the mushroom is actually in the tree or in the soil.
Really?
And the living and breathing, or the internet, if you will, of a mushroom colony is called the mycelium. And the mycelium, which is inside that tree or inside the soil, is a colony of interlinked, sort of mushroom cells that lives and breathes and is certainly the longest living part of the lifespan of a mushroom. And because, mushrooms, much like plants or trees, they're not mobile, they have to defend themselves, they have to get nourishment out of their particular place where they're living and growing, and then ultimately they do go to that end of the life cycle. And so we talked about the importance of getting the identity right, but you also want to make sure when you're growing in controlled conditions that you have a strain that is actually going to capture the whole life cycle of the mushroom and going to give you the benefits from each stage of the life of a mushroom, including that mycelium stage, which is critical, all the way through the fruiting body and sort of the ultimate spore phase, which is the end or the seed phase of a mushroom, if you will.
So in taking, and of course, New Chapter has this particular botanical, if you will, it's still considered a botanical, right? It's a plant, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fungus. But
a fungus,
I think for ease of, as a dietary supplement, I sometimes refer to it that way.
All right, and the name of the product is what?
Is Life Shield Reishi, which is our sort of signature standalone product, and this does deliver all aspects of that life cycle we just talked about. And it fully converts the bag of organic, non-GMO brown rice that it grows on. It becomes a mushroom. And this is a critical point. When you think about mushrooms in the wild, their preferred substrate, or their preferred meal, if you will, is wood. And if you grow mushrooms on wood, you can't deliver the mycelium because it's illegal to sell sawdust to people, which your listeners are probably happy to hear. In the case of growing on rice, you're able to convert the rice and you're able to deliver to consumers what they haven't been able to get, until the 20th century, and that was the mycelium, the sort of living internet, if you will, of the mushroom, in addition to the fruiting bodies and the spores that the ancients have sort of revered. And so you get a whole new piece of the reishi mushroom that wasn't available until about the 1960s, and when sort of cell culturing technology really started to take off.
So the mycelium is the vegetative part of a fungus, and when we showed that image of the mushroom, what is the person seeing when we show that image? What is that now? That when you look at that, I don't know if you're watching or not, Graham.
The kind of the red sort of gill piece, that's the fruiting body.
That's the fruiting.
That's the end of the life cycle.
The mycelium you don't see, right?
No, that's in the tree, so that's in the wood.
So
you're seeing those pictures, but the mycelium is actually inside, and it's connected to what you're seeing there.
Right, they're fungal colonies, is what they are, right? They're fungal colonies. Right. So this all begins on a bed. It can begin in a tree, but like you say, you can't then sell an extract because it can come from a tree. You can't sell sawdust. You're not allowed to do that, thank goodness. So they grow it on rice. Is that right?
That's right. And not every mushroom, you could take the most spectacular mushroom you find in the forest, and it may not want to grow on rice. You know, if I gave you sawdust for lunch, you may also complain and not want to eat that. So you've got to find the right strain of reishi mushroom that can not only deliver, these benefits and properties, but will also grow on rice. And so that's really the trick.
So in a real sense, the fungus grows in the rice. It's derived from the rice, right?
Yeah, it converts the rice. It essentially uses the rice as a food source to convert the bag of rice into a mushroom. And, depending on the strength of your particular strain, you may convert very little of the bag, and it may be mostly rice and a little mushroom. Or in cases like the Life Shield reishi, you'll convert the bag into a mushroom. It'll have distinctive properties, even taste different than some of the other products on the marketplace.
I wonder how many people listening knew that. I mean, I'll bet a small number.
And I think that's a really good point. And I think that's one of the things we like to do. In participating in your show is just to bring some education, because when you're looking at a supplement facts or when you're looking at bottles and they all have these amazing pictures, much like the one you're showing on the bottle, it's easy to say, well, these must all be the same. But there's so many layers to quality in dietary supplements. We've talked this multiple times. We've talked it in herbs. We've talked it in fish oil. Every category in which you're looking at, you kind of pay for what you get.
Do they have, just out of curiosity, I know they have the chia pet. Do they have the mushroom? Do they have kits of some sort where people can grow their mushrooms at home?
Absolutely.
Are you serious?
Definitely. Oh, yeah. No, there's a whole spawn industry where you can get starter materials, you can get logs to grow mushrooms in if you're just interested. A lot of the culinary uses, you're just using that fruiting body. If you think of like shiitake or portobello mushrooms or even button mushrooms, you're using that fruiting body, and so that's typically what you can certainly buy. Yeah. And then sort of the rare wild ones, you still have to forage for, things like morels or other.
Well, given my work schedule and my career and things I got to do, I need one more thing to worry about, like I need, So I'll just go to the store and get your product from, New Chapter. You made my life a lot easier. We'll be back.
Coenzyme Q10 is a powerful antioxidant nutrient. It protects against heart function, energy production, and immune response. Aging reduces our ability to absorb CoQ10 from our diet, so supplementing with a highly absorbable form of CoQ10 is the first step to ensuring optimal levels in the body. Secondly, typical CoQ10 supplements are in a ubiquinone or non-reduced form. For the body to use that type of CoQ10, it must first convert it to ubiquinol or the reduced form. QH Absorb is Jarrow Formula's highly absorbable and bioavailable CoQ10 supplement. Not only is QH Absorb more absorbable than traditional CoQ10 supplements, but as ubiquinol, it's already in a reduced bioavailable form. Your body can use QH Absorb without having to do any conversion work. Ask specifically for Jarrow Formula's QH Absorb at your favorite vitamin retailer. For more information on QH Absorb, go to jarrow.com. That's JARROW for the best and highly absorbable bioavailable CoQ10 supplements.
Hi, I'm Kate. When I asked my health food store to recommend a natural solution to improve my digestive health, they suggested their best-selling probiotic, Ultimate Flora Critical Care. It has 50 billion live probiotic cultures in every capsule. I was surprised to learn that a poor diet, aging, and even stress can deplete our bodies of billions of good bacteria. That's why I take one Ultimate Flora Critical Care probiotic a day to help maintain my digestive balance, support my immune health, and help keep me regular. And my mother takes Ultimate Flora Senior Formula. It's formulated to help adults 50 and older maintain good digestive health too. It's the Ultimate Flora difference that sold me. Each high-potency, once-daily formula includes strains that are scientifically studied for their specific health benefits. Plus, the delayed-release capsules protect the probiotics from harsh stomach acid. Ultimate Flora probiotics are available at health food stores everywhere. From Renew Life, the digestive care experts.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. Garden of Life, empowering extraordinary health. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Flexin, the joint health experts. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. If you have the correct answer, you'll win a $25 supplement gift card. How about that? It's all good. And I was reporting on a story out of Kansas, and apparently 3 people, unfortunately, died from eating a particular food. Here's the question. Was the food A, ice cream, B, pizza, or C, spinach? What was it that those 3 folks ate and then, unfortunately, passed away because of bacterial infection in the food? Was it ice cream, pizza, or spinach? 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Graham, welcome back. So, as I was suggesting, I'm not going to be trying to become a mushroom farmer at home and grow my own reishi or anything else. I'll just go to the health store and pick up New Chapter's mushroom product. That you've made my life simpler. So when people start taking mushrooms, they shouldn't expect to be bouncing out of bed the next morning with all kinds of energy and their life has been transformed, right? That's not going to happen.
think, everyone has a slightly different need or comes into a category like medicinal mushrooms with different expectations. I think there are other mushrooms that certainly can have that stimulative effect, but I think there's certainly an energy to the product. And I think you've mentioned during the broadcast, several different areas where the research has been studied. And really, I think when you look in the ancients, they talked about this mushroom being the mushroom of longevity. Obviously having a product and particular compounds within the product, polysaccharides or certain polysaccharide compounds called beta-glucans, which have been studied to help support the immune system or support a healthy immune system. So I think people come into the category, with different expectations. We've certainly looked at different aspects of science, not only from the identity or the compositional standpoint, but also functional. And I think we've been able to show both the antioxidative, sort of aspects of the product, and that sort of stemming to overall sort of liver or overall detoxification health as well, which may be another aspect that mushrooms bring to the table to help promote longevity.
So you could take the product as a sort of a general all-purpose preventative tactic, boosting, keeping your immune system in homeostatic, just generally trying to introduce these compounds into your body that are known to confer medicinal benefit to the organ systems of the body, whatever it may be, immune, cardiovascular, brain, whatever. So that's sort of how I would take it. If my immune system if I were immunocompromised, I would probably consider taking that product to boost my immune system and to keep, to try to get it homeostatic or in balance. So I guess many people would take it as a preventative tactic. Yeah or no?
Yeah, I think that's certainly how a lot of people do take it. I mean, again, people take it in multiple ways. I think the other thing, when you think about taking a food supplement or supplemental food, as we like to think about it, you also have to think about, is this product conferring compounds or benefits that I can't necessarily get from my food?
Right.
And we actually looked at, and we bought some culinary mushrooms from local health food stores here in New England, and their percentage of polysaccharides and these sort of beneficial compounds that support some of the systems we've been talking about are much lower, and they have many more simple sugars than the medicinal mushrooms, which typically are a little more bitter, and typically that bitter is evocative of antioxidative compounds, and that's why a lot of bitter herbs also have this benefit. And so, I think in this case, even if you are eating a lot of mushrooms, you're going to have to eat a significant amount, which most Americans don't, to get near these benefits that you'd be able to get to just from the amount of compounds you could consume from a couple capsules alone. And so I think that's where we make the case that not only are these compounds that people aren't getting in their diet, but they are going after healthy aging, immune support, these sort of areas that I think people are looking for.
Let's go to Sun City, and I looked up and real quickly, and I thought there was a typo. No, where are we going? Wisconsin? Okay, because I looked up on the screen, I thought it said Sin City. I thought, gee, I don't remember being in that market. Let's go to Wisconsin. Linda, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. I guess things are on the thaw up there, right?
We have very little snow left, and it's going to be 60 today, so you're right.
Oh, that's convertible weather. So, unfortunately, in Kansas, there was an incident where people consumed a particular food product. 3 of them passed away. Was it ice cream, pizza, or spinach?
It was ice cream.
Yeah, of all things, right? So this idea that bacteria can't grow in a cold environment, think again. But congratulations.
I did learn something because I had no idea that was the case.
There you go. See? And did you learn today also that you grow mushrooms on rice? How about that?
I did.
Yeah,
That's
see? Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. I just really wonder how many people knew that was the case, that was the substrate that you would use to grow the mushrooms. So the fungus.
We had mushrooms growing in our yard where there was a tree that we had cut down in the old wood. All of a sudden, started sprouting mushrooms. And,
I don't know if I would eat those, but I would rather go to a health store and get New Chapters.
Exactly. But I mean, the case in point is that's where they grow.
Yeah. So congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. Thank you for listening to the show. We appreciate it. Please spread the word among your friends and family about the show. We would appreciate that.
Okay, will do.
Thank you so much. Graham, thank you a lot. Listen, I had a chance to spend some time with Paul Schulich at Expo West, and I had a delightful time with him. We went to dinner. They invited me to dinner, New Chapter dinner. It was delightful. And if you see Paul, tell him I really enjoyed the time, and it was a real pleasure. It really was.
I will definitely share those. I'm with Paul every day, so certainly pass along your sentiments.
Yeah, it was really a nice evening, and I was not up to par. I was not, trying to fight a bug myself, and I was exhausted. But it was really a nice moment, and I forgot all about that, and was really delighted to spend time with him. So really appreciate that. And visit newchapter.com. Great company, great products, and you want to take their products. Why? Because your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.